This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So guys, today we are going to talk about different uh, switches because this is one of the important topics, that how to switch to a particular pop-up, how to switch to a frame, how to handle, let's see, authentication pop-up, how to handle a file upload pop-up, right? So majorly we will talk about the switches, as well as we will talk about different kind of pop-ups as well. Okay, so the first thing we are going to talk about, that how will you handle a alert pop-up, right? An alert pop-up means a JavaScript pop-up. So let's see, this is the website that I have, rediffmail.com, right? And login page that I have, and you don't enter any username password and click on sign. You see an alert over here. Please enter a valid username. Now this guy, I cannot, this OK button also I cannot inspect. See, right click on it and there is no inspect option. You will get it. In fact, you open your you go to your inspect, you open your dev tools. In fact, in the element section also, the moment you get the alert, this entire page is freeze now, and then you cannot inspect anything over here because this is not the web element. So you can inspect only web element, and this is not a having one XPath or ID or something like this. There is no locator like that. Why? Because this is coming because of the what, because of the JavaScript alert method. This is the JavaScript pop-up. So this is, always remember, whenever you are getting something like this, it means this guy is coming because of JavaScript, okay, written by the developer. The moment you click on the login button, pop-up will be visible. So if you go to console, let's see, you just clear the console and simple write, let's see, alert method over here, and inside the alert you write a message over here. Let's see, this is Selenium, like this, and press enter. So this alert method in JavaScript, you can directly execute and you can check, okay, yeah, this is Selenium is written over here with one OK button. So remember this thing, this is the alert method is coming from JavaScript. Okay. So how to handle this particular alert? So what I'm going to do, that we have to use switch to method over here. So let me create a new Python file, and my file name is, let's see, alert.js popup. Okay, and I'll do one thing, that I'll just copy paste these things from here, right? And I'll just launch my URL with this, like that. Okay, then what I'm going to do, when you land on this particular page without entering the username password, I click on sign in. So the sign in button I can inspect. So let's inspect this guy, and here you see that, okay, yeah, name equal to proceed over here. So I simple say that, okay, driver dot find element by dot name, and then this is the name, proceed, and then dot click. Simple, because we have to click on it, right? The moment you click on it, the pop-up will be visible. Now for this particular pop-up, what we have to do right now, your driver is available over here, guys. Okay, this is your driver is available on the, okay, on the main page. You have to switch your driver from here to here, right? So you have to jump over here on this particular, okay, so that you can, this guy, this driver can capture this particular text, as well as this driver can click on this particular OK button as well. So how to do this thing, right? So in that case, what you have to do, you have to switch to the alert over here. So how will you switch? Simple write driver dot c switch to, right guys? So there is one method is there, you write switch to, okay, dot alert method is there, switch dot alert. And here you will see one more method that is called switch to alert. This method is deprecated, that's why you see that, okay, this is the cross line. It's saying that, okay, instead of this, okay, please use driver dot switch to dot alert, please use it. So this method is deprecated, so please don't use it. What exactly they have done, they have written switch to dot, okay, switch to dot alert, they have written. Okay, now when you switch to that particular alert, what will happen? You just store in a particular alert reference. So let's say I'm storing in an alert reference, whatever the reference name you want to create, you just take this particular reference, and then let's see, I want to print alert dot text, whatever text is available on that particular alert. So this particular text, it will print on the console, and then I want to click on OK button. So there are two methods, guys, alert dot accept and alert dot, okay, dismiss. So right now, dismiss method means dismiss the pop-up. Okay, just cancel the pop-up. So I simply write one comment over here. Let's see, cancel the pop-up. And this accept means simple. You need to accept it. Okay, accept it or click on OK, like that. Right. So right now I don't want to dismiss. Dismiss means, see, when you click on escape also from your keyboard, it will dismiss. Right. So sometimes at least on some banking application, you are getting a message. Are you sure you want to submit your transaction? Are you sure you want to pay for it? Something like this. In that case, you can, if you don't want to do that, you simple dismiss the alert. Or if you really want to accept, you simple accept the alert that, okay, yeah, whatever the warning you are saying, I accept it. Okay, like that. So simple. Right now I'm not using dismiss. So let me comment it. Now let's run it and let's see what happens. So yeah, the browser is getting launched, and let's see, it is clicking on this sign in or not. So see, it was super fast, guys. It's saying please enter a valid username. You're not even realize that, okay, there was a pop-up. So just to show you guys what I'm going to do, that, okay, when you click on it, let me put a, okay, sleep for 3 seconds so that at least you can see that. Okay, and when after 3 seconds, automatically I want that, okay, browser should be closed. So I simply write driver.quit. So let's run it again. See, can you see that pop-up is coming, and after 3 seconds it will just click on it. Simple. Awesome. And it's printing the message, please enter a valid username, like that. So there is one more method, alert dot send keys method. Sometimes what happens that, okay, there is an alert and then you have to enter something over there. So in that case, you can simply use send keys also. So I remember one example is available on Heroku app. You simply go to JavaScript alerts. Okay, and let's see, click for JS confirm. See, this is the practice for point of view here. If an alert is coming like this and you want to enter something on this particular alert, so first you switch and then enter something over here. So this thing you can practice by your own, guys. Okay, it's very simple. You just need to use alert dot send keys, and whatever the value you want to pass, you can pass whatever you want to pass. Okay, I'm just going to comment it out. Perfect. So remember, this is JavaScript pop-up alert. It's coming because of JavaScript alert method. Okay, so we have to switch to that particular alert. Now, sometime what happens that, okay, when you switch over there, then you have to come back. So let me check that method is there or not. So driver dot simple right switch to default content. Okay, this method is there. Right, okay, so what happens that, okay, when you switch to that particular alert, the driver is available over here, and then you again have to come back. So that because you have to continue your work also, right, on that particular page. So when you click on it, your driver is lost. So again, you have to come to the main page, come to the default content. So please write this line, driver dot switch to dot default content, and then continue your work over there. Okay, perfect. So this is about the JavaScript alert pop-up. Now, next example. Next example, we are talking about how to handle frame. Frame is, okay, another common example. Okay, you will see. But according to W3C standards, frame is not a good option to have, okay, in a particular website. In modern applications, hardly you will see the frames, but I have one really good page. Let's see, this is let's see, one single page application like that. I mean, single page is there. And here you will see that, okay, there are a lot of frames. Right now you cannot see that. Why? Because frame you cannot identify. Frame is also a kind of web element. Remember this thing, frame is a web element. So what happens whenever you design any page? Let's see, this is my web page, right? So this is my browser. On this particular browser, you enter the URL and the page will be displayed, right, guys? On this particular page, you have different elements are available directly on the page, right, guys? So this is my browser, this is my URL, and this is the page, and this is my element. But on inside the page, there is one frame is also there, like that. And on in this particular frame, we have different types of web elements are available inside the frame. So this is called frame, like that. So what happens when you write driver equal to new Chrome driver or something like this, or driver equal to Chrome driver? In that case, the browser is there, then you enter the URL, then you are landing on the page. So you can directly interact with these elements without any problem, because these elements are directly available on the page. But These are the web elements which are available on the frame. This is another frame and this is a separate frame. So what we have to do right now, your driver is available over here. You have to switch to these frames so that you can interact with these elements. And then again you have to come back by using the default content. So how to do that? Are you getting a point? So first hierarchy is browser. Then we have page. Under that particular page we have a frame, and then some elements are available over here. So remember this: browser, page, then we have frame, and then we have elements are available. So first we will go to browser, browser to page, page to frame, frame to element, like that. So this will be the sequence. So let's see how to do that. So here you see one thing that let's say I want to capture the text of this title bar. So how will you do that? So you right click on it and go to inspect. So you simply see that yeah, this is the H2 title bar is there. So you can simply say yeah, Naveen, write a CSS selector or XPath for this guy and then capture the text. But you notice one thing, see, this is available inside the frame. So sometimes you will see frame or iframe, both are same thing. So here you see that frame name equal to this. So frame under this on this particular page, this is a DOM, and this particular entire DOM, HTML DOM or HTML page, starting with HTML, and you see that multiple frames are available over here. You can see that, and this frame is available. I mean, this element is available under this particular frame. So frame is also having its own document, its own HTML document. That's why it's written hash document over here, right, guys? So now how to handle frames? So now there are three ways to handle it. So what I'm going to do that, let me just copy all these things so that we don't need to write again and again. Copy this particular URL and then I'll simply paste it over here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do that this element I want to capture, right? So what you do first, you create. Okay. If you directly write a driver dot find element, let's see y dot, if I say that hey, the CSS selector for this guy, so this is available in under body and H2. So you simple write, let's see, press Control F and simple write body H2. So you can see that yeah, this is the CSS selector. I can simple write it, or if you really want to write like this also, you can write it. So I simple say that yeah, by dot CSS selector, and this is the guy, right? And then what do you want? You simple give me the text, and then you try to store let's see, in a particular text is equal to, or this is the header value, let's see, header value is equal to this, right? And then you want to print it on the console. So let's print it, print header value. Here let's see it is working or not. So let's run it. You see the browser is getting launched, but you see that it's still not able to find, and it's waiting for 10 seconds because we have given the implicitly wait. And after 10 seconds it will throw an error that element not found. See, no such element exception we are getting it. Why? Because now your XPath and everything is perfectly fine, your CSS is working fine, but the problem is it's this particular guy is available inside the frame. So this is my browser, this is my page. Now what we have to do, we have to introduce a frame also, right, guys? So what we have to do, there is a command driver dot switch to dot frame method is there. And now for frame method you can pass three parameters, I mean three different parameters individually you can pass. So let's see, the first is that frame index you can pass. So first you see that hey, what is the frame index? It means on this particular page how many frames are available. Okay, so let's say on this particular page I count, let's see, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. It means 0 1 2 index will start from 0. It means inside the third frame or index 2 this frame is available. So you simple pass say hey, driver dot switch to second frame, like that, and then you try to get the text and then print the value. So let's see it is working or not. Okay, now you see, can you see the title bar top.html? We are getting this particular title bar top.html. Perfect. So this is working fine. So this is the first way of doing it, but this is not the right way because you never know that how many frames are there. Tomorrow let's see one more frame is introduced, so your index will be disturbed in that case, right? Right now you are using second index. What if one more frame is there, then second will be shifted to third or fourth. In that case, we should not use index all the time. Then we have another thing is that okay, driver dot switch to dot frame. You can pass if any name or ID is available for that particular frame. So do we have any name or ID? So we see that okay, yeah, this is the frame, name equal to main is available. You just will copy this and paste it over here, and then you switch to that particular frame. Now let's run it and let's see it is working or not. Okay. Now again, let's see driver dot switch to dot frame and main. See, can you see that title bar top dot html absolutely working fine. So this method is also working fine, right, guys? Now, if you really don't want to use this method also, what you can do, you can create a frame element. So let me create a frame element over here because frame is also a web element. Okay, frame is not like alert or pop-up. You can see that okay, frame is having its own HTML tag, it's having its own properties, attribute, and everything. So can I use name equal to main over here? Yeah. So I simply say that okay, driver dot find element. Okay, one second. Driver dot find element by dot name, and the name is this. So first you create the frame element, and then you simply say that okay, yeah, driver dot switch to dot frame. And what is a frame element? Frame element, it means you switch to that particular frame and then you get the text. So let's run it and let's see. Okay, now you see again we are getting title bar top dot html. So this is the way you can simply do that, right? Driver dot switch to dot frame by passing id or name, or you can create you can pass the index also, or you can create the web element like this, and then you can simple switch to that particular frame on the basis of that particular frame element. Okay, and then whatever you want to do that you can do that, and when you print it and then you have to come back. Remember this thing guys, driver dot switch to dot default content, you have to come back. Okay, because when you click switch to that particular frame you have to come back to the okay to the page site. Like that also you can do that. And in Selenium 4 they have added one more method, driver dot switch to dot parent frame also, right? So let's see, there is a frame under that particular, this is a frame, let's see, under that frame we have one more frame is available, and then the web element is there. So what you do, you simple web element is available over here, you want to go to its parent frame, so you simply go to its parent frame over here like that. Now the driver is available over here. Now let's see, this is again there is a frame like that, and again you do driver dot switch to dot parent frame, you come over here like that, and now let's see there is the web page over here. Then you go to driver dot switch to dot default content, then you are available over here like that. So likewise you can do that if you have frame hierarchy is available over there like that. Okay, but generally hardly you will see these kind of applications anyways. Okay, so this is about the frame that we have covered. Now let's talk about a very simple example that is called authentication pop-up handle. Okay, so let me just copy all these things once again, and, and we have one more example. Let's see this example where you simple launch this site, and here the moment you see that okay, yeah, this is the URL that we are launching, and I simply say that okay, yeah, this is the URL. So if you're launching this particular site, what happens? It's asking for the username password, and you have to enter the username password over here. So you must have seen whenever you are doing some setup for modem, right? Modem or router configuration, or some application, internal application, or any mainframe application you are using it where, or IT administration site if you are using it, that time it will ask you that okay, yeah, or maybe login page is not available, that's why it will ask you in the form of a pop-up like this. But this is not the JavaScript pop-up guys. But again, username password is there, it's not like I can inspect these guys. No, see, there is no inspect, there is no XPath ID locator, CSS and all. Okay, all for these guys. What you have to do, and you don't need to switch over here as well, right? So let's see, the username password is admin. Okay, I know for this particular site, the moment you enter admin, it will say you that okay, hey, congratulations, you must have the proper credentials. So what you have to do guys, with the URL itself you can pass, that's a workaround. Admin you have to pass, all right, after http colon, okay, like that, and double slash admin colon admin at the rate that your domain name whatever abc.com, and whatever the respective service URL is there like that, and that's it. So now let's see what happens. So now it will won't give you the pop-up, the authentication pop-up. It will directly see. Can you see that? Congratulations, you must have the proper credentials. It's simply showing you, yeah, so we have logged in successfully. Although this method won't work every time, okay, on different browsers. So sometimes on Firefox it doesn't work, or some application also doesn't work. So there are some multiple workarounds. You can use Auto IT, you can use Securely also. But that is a different chapter, guys. We will talk about it later. Okay, whenever if I get time, I'll do it later. But that is one of the hack you can do that. You can just simple pass the username and the password along with, okay, separated by colon along with the URL like that. Okay, so one simple example over here. Now let me create one more Python file, and then we will talk about file upload. So these are the small topic, guys. File upload handle. I just want to cover within the same video. No need to prepare different videos for that. Now let's see. I'm going to copy this. Now file upload. File upload is also a very common example. Let's say I'll go to this particular site and you simply click on choose file, and then you can pick any particular file. Let's see this .java file that I have. I want to upload. So how will you do that? Because you have to click on this button and the pop-up is visible. So let's say if you're using Windows machine or Mac machine or whatever, in that case you have to go to your document, C drive or D drive or whatever. So in that case that will be a problem, right, guys? You cannot do that because Selenium cannot automate these file upload pop-ups. It's coming because of your operating system. It's coming because of your Windows machine or your Mac machine. Selenium cannot automate this. So now you have other choices, like you can use Securely, you can use Auto IT for that. But there is a hack. There is an option provided by Selenium, guys. Selenium, guys, says that okay, you first inspect this particular button, either it is choose file or upload file or a browse file or whatever. You inspect this guy, and here you see that okay, if you see this type equal to file option is available, then what you can do, doesn't matter what kind of HTML tag, either it could be button or input or whatever, or div also sometimes, type equal to file is available. Then what you do, you simply say that okay, yeah, first of all let me enter the URL. So this is the URL, and you simply do one thing, you simply create the web element for this driver.find_element by dot. So let's see, name equal to up file. So I can use by dot name, sorry, by dot name this, and you use simple send keys over here, right? Although you must be thinking that okay, Naveen, this is a button, how can you use send keys? So but in this case you can directly use send keys, and then you simply give the path over here of that particular file that you want to upload, that you want to, okay, browse over here. So let's see, I'm just giving one file that okay, yeah, you go to my users, okay, go to my user directory, or in your case C drive or D drive or whatever, go to my desktop, and then there is a file, let's see, my work.xml file. So this file is available on my desktop. Actually I can show you. Let me you go to desktop, and then you simply go to C. One file will be there somewhere on my work.xml or whatever. Let's see, I just let's see, I want to enter this diagram.py file. Okay, whatever the file, let's see, I just this one. I simply say that okay, instead of this, go to my desktop, upload this particular file. So let's run it and let's see. It could be any file, .xls or .pdf or .xml. Can you see that? Do you notice? See, diagram.py. After that, you just need to click on press and the file will be uploaded over there. That's it. It's saying you have uploaded a file. So that thing you can do it. Okay. Again, you just need to click on this press. After that, there is no big deal, right? You just need to click on it once again. That's it. So let's see. I just want to click on the press button. So I just need to inspect this guy. And here you see that okay, type equal to submit. So I do one thing, I just right click on it and copy XPath. Okay, let's take this XPath, or you can create your own XPath. So let me write your own XPath over here, that input at the rate type is equal to submit. Okay, it's a small s. So you can take this particular XPath and you simple driver dot find element by dot, sorry, XPath, and this is the XPath, and then dot click, you have to use that, but here you have to use double quotes because single quote is already written over there like that. And then you run it and let's see. See, it's saying you have uploaded a file. Absolutely working fine, right, guys? So likewise, see, this is the file. This is the file content actually in that particular file. So it's perfectly working fine. So simple, remember one thing. One thing you need to remember, guys, that whenever you inspect this choose file, type equal to file attribute should be there. Then only it will work. Otherwise, it won't work. So remember this thing. The type equal to file should be there. If it is not there, you can ask your developer to okay that okay, hey, please add this particular attribute type equal to file. You can ask your developer to add that to your UI developer to do that. Then Selenium will check, okay, yeah, type equal to file is there or not, and then it will start working. And doesn't matter what kind of other property you have. You can have name, ID, or class name also, or you can have some div or button or input also. That tag and other properties doesn't matter over here. Okay, so yeah. So that's all for this particular video, guys. I hope I have covered 4 important topics. Very simple topic that alert, handle frames, authentication pop-up, and file upload in the same video. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks for watching this particular video. Let me know if you have any issues. And then very soon we are going to start our PyTest series also with Selenium. And also just wait for a few more days and then those videos will be there for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks a lot.